Hi. Today's video is one that I'm not sure I really want to film, to be honest, because I was an idiot and I watched Ruby's and I watched Jack's and I watched loads of other people's university results videos, and I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. I regret doing that now, not because I am not happy for Ruby and Jack and co for doing really well. Congratulations if you're watching this, you freaking smashed it, you got a first, amazing stuff, but it's honestly made me terrified. It's currently the day that I'm leaving for Peru, so I'm getting my results the week beginning this Monday. So I land in Peru Sunday and the results could come out any time after that. I don't know when it's going to be. It's going to be at some point when I'm in Peru, essentially. I am bringing my camera, I am bringing my laptop, so I will edit and put together this results video. But for some context, I thought I'd kind of like explain how I felt like my exams went and stuff. I'll try and remember to put a timestamp, but you know me, I always forget the timestamp, but you can always scroll through because I'll be wearing a different outfit, so it'll be pretty clear where the results are. So if you haven't watched me before, which I'm sure you probably have, a first year student, well, was a first year student, I'm now second year, wow, studying German and Spanish at the University of Oxford. I sat 8 3-hour exams this year for my prelims, which are my preliminary examinations. They don't count towards my degree, they have no bearing on what I'm going to get at the end of my degree. My entire degree is 100% in the last few weeks of my degree in 4th year, so anything that I get this year really doesn't matter, and I don't have any more exams now until 4th year. But I still wanted to film this video because this year was like, it was interesting. Okay, I'm going to try and film this again because I feel like I didn't explain that very well. Basically, you need 40% to pass, and in prelims, which is the first year examinations at Oxford, you don't get graded, so you don't get like a 2-1, a 2-2, a first, whatever. You either get a fail, which is below 40%, a pass, which is between 40 and 70%, or a distinction, which is above 70%, which is essentially a first. So you either get a first, a pass, or a fail. And if you do get a first, you're called a scholar, and you basically get a fancy gown, and you get some money from your college, and you get a fancy dinner, and I suppose it looks good if you're applying for like internships and stuff. That's kind of the benefits of getting above 70, plus your pride, I suppose, but like nobody really cares that much, and all of our tutors were like, just pass, that's all that matters, we don't really care what you get, like just get 40% and move on to the next stage of the course, because finals is what matters. So as well as that, you can also be what's called an exhibitioner. This is very confusing, I'm aware, but basically that means that you get over 70 as an average in one of your 2 languages, but you get below 70 in the other, which means that you still get all the benefits of being a scholar, which is like a first in both languages, but you are just called an exhibitioner. And it's just because it's joint honours and it's quite difficult to get a first in both languages. People tend to struggle. It's not like a single honours course where, you know, like you either do or you don't, so that's why. It's basically to give linguists a bit of leeway. So in terms of grades, it's very difficult to fail your prelims. Like, you really have to have like had a really tough time or just not attended classes or whatever. I don't think I've failed. I'm not worried about moving to the next course. Like, I can wholeheartedly say that something has gone seriously wrong if I failed, because I did attend pretty much every class, like I've put effort in, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not sure what I've got, if I'm honest with you. I really couldn't tell you. I have blocked out all of the exams. I've tried to stop post-morteming exams. It's been like a real aim of mine this year, is to not worry about exams afterwards. So I honestly wholeheartedly cannot tell you how I think that they've gone. For me, they kind of just went. Like, I don't know if I've got 40, I don't know if I've got 70, I don't know if I've got somewhere in between. I had 8 3-hour exams, and I had 6 of those literally back to back. For like 3 days, I just had 3-hour exam, 3-hour exam, 3-hour exam, 3-hour exam, 3-hour exam. Like, so many just back to back that I honestly just did them without even thinking or having time to think about words that I'd missed or things that had gone wrong. So I've got genuinely no idea. Basically, to summarise, I think that paper 1 and paper 2 for both kind of went like averagely, and I don't really know if I've like done well or done badly. Like, they kind of just went, and it depends on the examiner and if they take my translation / grammar / whatever. I don't know. I made loads of stupid mistakes, but I was knackered because of having so many exams back to back, so I'm gonna give myself leeway there. Paper 3 and paper 4, which are the literature papers, German paper 3, horrendous. German paper 4 could go either way. My answers were really niche, so it could be like, wow, bravo at first, or wow, you're actually dumb, you failed, I don't know. And then paper 3 and paper 4 for Spanish were my last 2 exams, and they were like a week after all of the rest, so by that point I was at my lowest point mentally. I just didn't care. It was horrible. And paper 4, the questions were actually like the worst things that have ever happened to me ever. They were disgusting, but I don't know how it's gone. And paper 3, I honestly couldn't tell you how it went because I was just staring at the clock the whole time, and by my last essay I was like, I don't care, get me out of this exam hall. So that's basically how I think they went. But you know me, I'm the worst judge of my own exam performance, and I feel like this year is going to be a really interesting one because I've just got no clue how I've done. Like literally no clue, like zero clue, like zero idea. I've got no idea. I didn't come out of any of those exams thinking, oh my god, I've failed, but I also didn't come out thinking, oh my god, I've smashed that. It could be 75, it could be 55, it could be 62, it could be, I don't know what my average is going to be. I don't know what I'm going to have got, but you'll see my reaction anyway. But before I go on to my reactions, my results, which will be the next clip, I just want to say that like I will be really happy with whatever I've got this year. I don't know what I've got, as I've said multiple times, it's going to be a complete surprise to me. But for the first time, I felt like I had things going on in my life, which obviously you've seen in my life update video, that physically prevented me from doing as much work as I would have liked to have done. And that's never happened to me before. I've always like actively procrastinated, but that's been my own decision. And I've always felt like, you know, if I hadn't done enough, it was my own fault because I just was lazy. This year is very different in that there were physically times where I just could not work. I just could not get out of bed. I just couldn't do it. I was not in a headspace to, like, I physically couldn't concentrate. It wasn't like me saying, oh, I'm in a bad headspace today. Like, I literally couldn't look at my notes for more than 10 minutes without them going blurry, or I just was upset or down or whatever. And for the first time, I just felt like I didn't do enough. Like, my best wasn't really enough, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. If I don't get a first, which I'm sure is what you're all expecting and what most people expect of me, and what I still subconsciously expect from myself, because you know I'm Eve and I always do really, really well. I would say that I would be disappointed if I didn't get a first, but honestly at this point I would just be grateful to have got results that reflect this year for me. This year was difficult. It was a learning curve for me. I was doing really well consistently throughout the year, but I feel like I did fall a bit at the last hurdle. Like Trinity was just so difficult for me that I felt like I kind of undid everything that I've been doing throughout the year, but we'll have to see. I've got no clue, and I don't want to talk too much about it before I get my results, because obviously I could still get a first, or I could get a 2-2, or I could get somewhere in between. So I'm just gonna let the results speak for themselves and reflect upon them afterwards. So I will see you in Peru, I suppose. That's so bad. I'll see you in Peru with my results. Here they are. It's 6 AM, no it's not, it's 7 AM in Peru, which means it's what, 1 o'clock at home? Yeah. And results have literally come out like on the Monday. It said week beginning 15th, and it's the 15th, so they're not fucking about. But okay, this is gonna go one of 2 ways. But I need to connect my laptop to the Wi-Fi first, and I can't remember the passwords, so... Hey, it's not even loading. Like, it's taken about 20 years to load each individual page.
Why did we come to Peru?
Wait, where are we again?
The Wi-Fi and... Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. What?
Oh, you're fine, babe.
Oh, for God's sake, Eve.
Fuck off, Eve.
You're joking.
She absolutely walked it. You're gonna have such a fucking ponty girl.
What?
Wow, I hope you got 50 quid for a scholar scam, babe.
What? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Sorry, oh my god.
I'm so proud of you, babe.
You did so good.
Fucking hell.
I know! I'm so...
How did you do that?
How did I do...
Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, that's the one.
Fucking hell!
I don't know if I'm allowed to reference specific grades. I don't know.
How did I get 77 on paper 3? I literally
specific grades. Christ alive.
You seen that? You seen that?
That's
82.
You're technically 85, aren't you?
82. No.
Eve, can I ever go in your scholar's gown?
Oh my god. Okay, well, okay. So this is not what I was expecting.
It's what we were expecting.
It wasn't what I was expecting. Okay, so it's a bit later now. It's now 1:30 and the clip that I filmed earlier, I've probably cut most of it out because it was 6 AM and we were late for breakfast and it was just generally quite like... Chaotic, thanks Amy, that was the word that I meant. So we've just been like round Lima all day, like doing like voluntary stuff. But I thought I'd film a bit more of a coherent section to the video because I feel like me going is not really that useful to anybody. So basically I did 8 papers. I did 6 in like quick succession the first week and then 2 in the second week. So I said at the start of this video that I thought paper 3 was the worst, which it was actually. Out of all of them was the lowest mark that I got, which is very new for me because I usually get it the wrong way around. But so paper 1, which was a German essay paper, it's just a random paper, I got 82, which yeah, I'm not even gonna react to that because that's just bloody ridiculous. Paper 2 I got 71. Paper 3, which was the bad one, the one that went worst, was 70. Paper 4 was 73. Spanish paper 1 76, Spanish paper 2 70, Spanish paper 3 77, and Spanish paper 4 76, which gives me an average in German of 74 and an average in Spanish of 75, which means that my average overall is 75, because you'd just round it up, wouldn't you? And the cat is coming back. This cat there's a cat in our apartment and honestly it's obsessed with me. I'm not a fan. So basically that means that I averaged at 75, which is
good.
Yes.
That's alright.
I'm really happy. Obviously I'm just a bit jet lagged and generally quite dishevelled and they're all just sat watching me film this section of the video.
I just realised that everyone just had to watch me get down from that bugbear.
It's fine. Come join, like, come join. I'm really happy with that, considering how awful my year was, personally. I'm not really sure how I managed to do that, but it bodes well for finals. If I can do it while my life is a mess, hopefully for finals it'll be good. What are you guys' thoughts on everything?
So, I mean, I do Spanish sol, but my like choice is film. So overall I was happy. I got like a solid 2-1 overall, but in film I got a 75, which I'm really happy about.
So good.
So like that's the bit that I want to specialise in. So I'm like a pass, no resits need to happen, so I'm pretty shush about that.
Okay. Pretty much same overall, but I got first in Portuguese, which I am gassed about. So and that's great because I like Portuguese more, so it's fine.
That is so good. Like, it was a rough year, but we made it through. And
I mean, I was shocked because I always think I'm slightly stronger in the language side rather than the literature side. But my like literature grades overall were like comfortably better than language.
Yeah, me too actually. Apart from paper 1, which was a bit of an exception, like I got 70s and 71s in my language papers, which is still like, I'm so happy with that, like, don't get me wrong. But like, I always thought it would be, I always thought I'd get like the 77 in, if I was going to get a 77 it would be in language rather than literature.
Like my Spanish paper 1, like I always see it as like one of my stronger papers, and it was like comfortably my worst mark.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I got 76 in that one, but in paper 2, which is the English Spanish to English translation, which is comfortably my best paper, was a 70, which is still again like really good, but like, was my lowest mark.
Like after those exams that my worst would have been paper 1, I would have been like, what? I would have been worried because I would have thought paper 1
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go buy llama fleeces and celebrate.
We are gonna go buy llama fleeces and celebrate. Thank you for watching. You won't be having another one of these videos until 2022, so I hope you enjoyed this one.
Smash that like
button. Smash that like button. Comment down below.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. You name it.
Comment.
Do it. Comment. What should they comment? what result you were most surprised with out of your exam results this year, if you've got them back, and if you haven't got them back, which one you think you've done worst in, so you can go back, look at that and be like, I didn't actually do worse in that one.
Also, if you've ever been to Peru, hit us up with recommendations.
Yeah. Peruvian recommendations. Yeah, because when this is going up, like, we'll still be in Lima, so
yeah.
Send us your Lima recommendations.
Or Cusco or Puno.
Or Cusco or Puno, or just anywhere in Peru for that matter. And yeah. Thank you for watching. I still can't believe that this is the results video that I'm putting out this year. It's not really what I thought this video was going to be.
I feel like a lot of people, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, people might think that you're just saying that, but like, having been there since like Hillary, like, you've had one hell of a fucking ride.
It's been such a year.
And so like...
See guys, I've got proof, it wasn't me just saying it.
No, like genuinely, like... You've been through some shit, gal, so we're all really proud of you.
It's been a difficult year, and as these guys can attest, it's been a difficult year, so I'm not just being that arsehole that's like, oh, I haven't revised. Because I did revise, I would physically didn't do as much as I wanted to do, and felt very like disorientated and down and just generally not present for like a lot of Hillary and Trinity. So I'm really happy that this is the video that I am filming. Like, it's great, but yeah, okay, this is like 9 minutes long now, so it was supposed to be a snappy conclusion. That's not really worked out.
Sorry,
but give it a like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your children. Don't know if anyone
Can they comment photos, or is that not?
You can't comment photos.
I wanted photos of their dogs.
Tweet me photos of your dogs. Right, see you later guys. Bye.
Bye.